Let me guess. You are working. You are trying. Every month you tell yourself, this is the month things change. But somehow, the money never stays. It arrives and disappears before you understand where it went. And somewhere between your income and your reality, there is a gap you cannot explain. That gap has a name, and it is not your salary. It is not the economy. It is not bad luck. It is something far more uncomfortable. You have been performing success instead of building it, and the system around you has been designed to make sure you keep performing until there is nothing left to build with. The ads, the you deserve it culture, the social media flex, the buy now, pay later. None of it is random. All of it is intentional. And you have been living inside that system your whole life without questioning it. Today, that changes. These are 7 rules for building wealth in silence that the system never wanted you to know. Because the moment you understand them, you become very difficult to keep broke. Let us begin. Rule 1. Never announce what you are building. The moment you tell people your plans, your brain receives the same reward it would get from actually achieving them. The dopamine hits early. The urgency disappears. And the vision slowly dies in a conversation you never needed to have. But there is something even more dangerous than losing motivation. When you announce what you are building, you invite opinions you never asked for, doubt you did not need, and eyes on a position you have not yet secured. The people who build real wealth share the results, never the process. Income is not power, control is. Rule 2. Stop performing wealth you do not have. Here is the uncomfortable truth most people never face. The person driving the newest car on your street is probably the most financially trapped person on your street. We live in a world that rewards appearance over reality, flash over foundation. Looking rich matters more than being free. But here is what actually happens. When you perform wealth you do not have, you spend money you do not have to impress people. You do not need to maintain an image that is slowly bankrupting you. And the cruelest part is that nobody you are trying to impress is actually paying attention. They are too busy performing their own version of the same lie. The loudest person in the room is rarely the richest one. Rule 3. Let your lifestyle lie for you. Stealth wealth is not about being cheap. It is about being strategic. When you live below your means deliberately, you create something most people never have: margin. And margin creates options, and options create power. Think about 2 people earning the same income. One upgrades everything the moment money arrives. Car, clothes, lifestyle. They look successful and feel trapped. The other lives simply invests quietly, builds steadily. They look ordinary and feel completely free. Same income, same world, completely different outcomes. Not because of luck, because of discipline. Your lifestyle is either building your freedom or financing your image. It cannot do both. Rule 4. Pay yourself before anyone sees it. Most people pay rent, pay bills, pay subscriptions they barely use, pay for comfort and convenience. And then if something is left, they think about their future. That is not a strategy. That is surrender. Your future self is the most important creditor you will ever have. Ignore it long enough, and it will collect in ways far more painful than any late fee. Before the money lands anywhere else, move a portion aside immediately. Not what is left, what comes first. The amount does not matter at the start. The habit is everything, because what you are actually doing is rewiring your identity, training your mind to accept one truth. Wealth building is non-negotiable. You do not need them to know. You need it to grow. Pause for a moment. Think about how you have been showing up financially, not how you wish you had, how you actually have. 1 or 2 words. That awareness is the beginning of the shift. Rule 5. Build in the hours nobody watches. Real wealth is not built in the moments you post about. It is built in the moments nobody ever sees. The 6 a.m. before work. The lunch break that becomes a second income. The evening spent learning something that will matter in 3 years. While everyone else is performing for an audience that will forget them by tomorrow, you are building something that compounds quietly in the background. The people who change their financial situation fastest are not the ones working the hardest in public. They are the ones working consistently in private. Visibility is not the same as progress. Rule 6. Make your money invisible. If your money is easy to access, it is easy to destroy. All it takes is one emotional decision, one late-night impulse, one "I deserve this moment," and months of progress quietly disappear. The solution is not more willpower, it is more friction. Move your savings to an account with no card, no easy access, no app on your phone. Automate a transfer every time you get paid, and then forget it exists. Out of sight becomes out of mind. Out of mind becomes untouched. And untouched becomes still there a year later when you need it most. Real wealth does not announce itself. It arrives quietly and stays forever. Rule 7. Win so quietly nobody notices until it is already done. This is the final rule, and the most important one. The goal was never to look wealthy. The goal was always to be free. Free from the job you hate. Free from the emergency that destroys everything. Free to say no when everyone around you is saying yes out of fear. That freedom is not built with noise. It is not built with performance. It is not built in public. It is built in the quiet decisions nobody sees, the consistent habits nobody claps for, the patience that looks like nothing from the outside, but is changing everything from within. The truly wealthy do not need you to know. That is exactly what makes them impossible to stop. Now go back to the beginning of this video. You were never falling behind. You were just performing in the wrong direction. Now you have the rules. Not the ones they sold you, the ones that actually work. Quietly, deliberately, permanently. The question is not whether you understand this now. The question is what you do with it when nobody is watching. Decide which one you are. Dark truths, clean facts. Subscribe for weekly lessons most people are too comfortable to face. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today.